Hey folks, today's video is going to be about how to find inspiration when it comes to logo design. Now, it isn't aimed specifically at logo designers, it's aimed at everyone. It may be that you're a business owner and you're looking to have a logo designed for your product or service, and you want to get a better idea of what it is you're looking for so that you can communicate that to your designer. So the processes and techniques that I'm looking at today are useful to everyone. So the first thing that we want to do is some research. Research into the product or service area of the client's brand. Now we can do this in all sorts of different ways, but today what I thought I'd do is I would pick a specific subject. I have a friend who wants to start a sci-fi YouTube channel, so let's take a look at the process I would go through to try and get some inspiration when it comes to creating a logo for that YouTube channel. Now, I'm kind of lucky on this point because I'm a big sci-fi geek anyway, so I know a lot about that area. But one of the first things that you can do is create a mind map. So at the center of that mind map, I would have the word sci-fi or science fiction, and from that, I would have different words which I associate with sci-fi. So spaceship, spaceman, laser guns, UFOs, stars, planets, time travel, all of that, all the words that you can associate with science fiction. When you have that mind map, you'll be able to start to pull words out and connect them together. And you'll already start to have ideas on how the logo could potentially look by pulling in some things like planets and stars and spaceships going around them or anything like that. So we're not drawing anything yet. All the imagination is being sparked just from these words on the mind map. Next thing to do is to start looking at some design books. What logos are already out there? What ones look futuristic? Now I'm quite lucky because I do have quite a lot of logo design books. Books like Logo Lounge. These are great for reference. They're full of existing logos by many talented designers. But these can give you very quick inspiration in terms of how your final logo may well look. After I've had a look through my books, I'll head on to my computer, fire up my web browser and get right into Google. So we open our web browser at Google and we want to do a search for sci-fi logos. And we hit Google search. And what we want to do is we want to click on the images tab. And there we go, we're presented with hundreds, if not thousands, of sci-fi based logos. All different styles, all different types of designs, really great for inspiration for your own logo design, or in our case, the sci-fi logo design. Some are bad, some are great, but you can pick up little things from each of them. Now let's say we want to just widen that a little bit. We could say sci-fi movie logos because maybe that's the type of look we want to go for. And it will be even more specific. It will narrow it down to only showing movie type sci-fi logos. And again, we can scroll through these and just be inspired, take inspiration from what's presented to us. So another site that I really like to use is Pinterest. A bit like Google, it does show you lots of images. I've done a search here, as you can see, for sci-fi logos. The difference being that Pinterest can be a lot more focused because people generally are creating boards and collating images based around specific topics. So you will find that someone probably has done a lot of the legwork for you in collating lots of sci-fi images. So if we click on this image here, for example, we can see below it's going to bring up a lot of related type images, and in this case, sort of icons and things related to sci-fi. So these are really useful. Now, if you find images on Google or on Pinterest, I highly recommend you save them to a folder on your desktop, because the next stage is to create a mood board. With a mood board, you lay out the images that you really like, and you can also list all of the words from your mind map that we did earlier. You can then start to link those words to the images, and it starts to open up different pathways for you. It's around about this point where I've looked on the internet, I've looked through my books, I've done my mind map, that I start the sketching. Now, even when we start the sketching process, there's nothing firmly there yet. The sketching process allows your mind to just be as scribbled as possible on the page. But because you've done that research, in your subconscious you've got all these different elements swirling around so they can come out onto the page when you're doodling with your pencil. I recommend you sketch for at least an hour. For the first half an hour, you'll be trying too hard and you'll be trying to come up with finished designs. It's guaranteed, everyone does it. By the time you get to that hour, you'll be more relaxed and the ideas will start to flow more naturally. They'll be less forced. The inspiration from all the things that you've looked at before will start to channel themselves through the end of your pencil and onto your page. And you'll start to see that's when the real concepts for your logo design will start to appear. So let's quickly recap my research processes for when I'm trying to inspire myself. You research the subject area. You create a mind map. You look through some logo design books if you have some available. We go online. We look through Google and Pinterest. We then create a mood board of the images that we found along with the words from our mind map. We use those as inspiration for starting our sketching, and from our sketches we produce concepts that come from the inspiration of all the stuff that we did during our research process. Sounds like a lot of hard work, but inspiration generally does not come out of thin air. Sometimes it will, sometimes you're lucky, but really it's a lot of hard work. If you want to create an original logo design, you really do need to work for it. And the more inspiration you can give yourself for that, the better. So there you are, folks. That's a process that I use to get inspired when it comes to creating logo designs for my clients. I'm pretty sure, though, that a lot of you out there will have different processes. And I'd love to hear what they are, because I'm always looking to change up my own to add some freshness to it. So please, if you do have a different process or you have one nugget of information which you think will be useful, pop it in the comments section so that everyone can see and try it out for themselves. I hope you find this video useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up. Leave me a comment as well. I love speaking to all of the people who watch these videos. And if you haven't yet, please hit that subscribe button. Check the little bell icon so you get notified whenever I release a new video. And until I see you next time, stay creative, folks.